Welcome to today's episode of Manga on Mondays, and today we got two prospects for you. We got Alien Headbutt, and we also got Underdoctor. Now, if you're anything like me, you don't want to be wasting time, and you're selective on what you want to read. So let's dive into these and find out if they're for you. So first up, we got Alien Headbutt by Akira Inoue. So what is it about? Now, this one just says no rings, no rules, no refs, but lots of aliens and headbutting. That seems super simple and such a meathead manga, and it sounds like something I'd read. Now, the basic premise of this manga is the main character is a kid that grew up on an island, and he grew up wanting to be a pro wrestler, but he wanted to take care of his family. His family booted him out and was like, dude, go out, get your championship belt, and then come back. So he did. The problem is when he came back, it was overtaken. The island was overtaken by aliens, and now he has to battle to reclaim it. So I'm not familiar with this mangaka at all, and I looked her up, and I couldn't find any previous works that they did. I mean, they may have done some smaller things, so I think this is the first time getting published in something big. But I think they're doing a lot of right things so far. I mean, the story is moving at a good pace, and it's super simple to understand. It's real clear from the description that this manga isn't really meant to be a deep storytelling one. It's going to be all about action and fights, and they're living up to that so far. Granted, we're only 2 chapters in. I gotta say, this has actually been super enjoyable. It's actually pretty funny, and it's just a fun read. Now, if I had to take a guess, I think the mangaka took some inspiration from Hinomaru Sumo and maybe from Tojima Wants to Be Kamen Rider. Because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of a hybrid of both. Now, this manga got some potential, though. It really does. I mean, the story is simple. We don't really care about that because we know we want a simple story for this one. But the artwork is really good. I'm actually liking the fight choreography a lot, and I like the pacing because there's multiple battles over a span of just 2 chapters, and that's what they got to do to succeed here. So as long as they keep this battle pacing up, and as long as the artwork doesn't deteriorate, I think we're going to be in a good spot. If you're just looking for a fun read with some battles, I'd recommend this one for sure. So if you want to read this manga where a pro wrestler battles out against aliens, you can read it for free actually on Viz.com or Shonen Jump. I mean, Shonen Jump's part of Viz. I'll drop a link down below for you guys. Now, the second prospect we have is only 4 chapters in. It's called Underdoctor by Kyo Tanimoto. And this is another manga I'm not familiar with. But so far, this manga has actually been pretty interesting. To keep it simple, this doctor is basically a top tier underground doctor, but he's also a top tier assassin. And that's pretty much the hook of this one. It's going to be all about the duality of his just different abilities from being someone who could be a crazy killer or he could be someone like a crazy healer. What's kind of cool about this is that this guy is actually not a regular guy. He actually has some kind of superpower that they haven't really explained yet, and I'm sure they're going to get to it at some point. Right now, this manga seems to be kind of just riding on intrigue. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to find out what's up with this guy. What does he do? How did he get his powers? How did he train to become a doctor or assassin? We're kind of riding on that, and the first 4 chapters barely scratched the surface on it. So far, it seems like the best things that Underdoctor has going for it is the action and the story of the main character himself. But I'm not sure how long that's going to keep us interested, because we're going to need a little bit more. Now, these first 4 chapters are pretty much Dr. Haji doing various missions and kind of gassing him up, man. He's just ore farming, and everyone's gassing him up on how great of a doctor he is. But how long will this intrigue last? How long can we stay interested in that? I think we're going to need to know what the bigger picture is in time. And they probably got to introduce this more grand, bigger world-building picture over the next 3 chapters or so. Because so far, this is kind of interesting. I like how they weave in things medically. But one thing I don't like is I don't like how they have a crap ton of text all over the place. To me, when you're going to have something that's very action heavy and then you have so much text, it just bothers me. I want to be able to focus in on the action. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Right now, I just see this manga as something with a lot of upside, a lot of potential, but it's really going to depend on the next 3 chapters. So if you want to read about this underground doctor that could have been an assassin, and maybe he still is, then you can read it for free, actually, on Viz's website. I'll drop the link down below for you guys. If you're reading it already, let me know what you're thinking about it. Now, I want to know what mangas you guys are reading and which ones do you think are going to blow up in the future. Because this is how most of the great anime start, as a manga. Catch you all on the next one. Peace.